Guys, today I'm going to be talking about my makeup faves. A lot of these products I've been using over a year now, and I want to share them with you guys just in case you're looking for some good makeup and you're just interested to know what I've been using. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start with the base, which is foundation. So two of my favorite makeup products. The first I'm going to talk about is Pat McGrath. This is something I've been using for a long time. I love Pat McGrath products. She is like the queen of makeup. So if you know, you know. This foundation is so gorgeous. It's very beautiful on the skin. My favorite thing about this foundation is that it goes from sheer to full, and most foundations, they're either full, medium, or sheer. And this one is like 3-in-1. And I just love that about it. It's very natural looking. It's lightweight on the skin. It hasn't clogged my pores, and I'm somebody who has problem skin. Usually my skin is very oily. This is great. I just love the way it looks on my skin and how it just makes me look like I got a facial. It makes your skin look really nice, glowy, and quite natural looking. It really doesn't look like you have makeup on when you put this on, which I love. And yeah, it's just really great. I honestly don't have any problems with this breaking out my skin. And I'm somebody who has acne prone skin, oily skin. It doesn't bother me at all. So this really works for me. And the great thing about this is that you don't need to use too much. Like, a little goes a long way. This is one of my favorite foundations. This is something I use pretty much all the time for my makeup looks, and I just love it. I have nothing bad to say about this foundation. So the next foundation, I really wouldn't actually call this a foundation. This is more of like a water tint, and this is more like a really sheer, natural, no makeup look. This is the Water Fresh tint from Chanel, and guys, I finished this. I'm so sad about that because this stuff is amazing. It really gives you that beautiful, dewy, fresh skin look, and it does not look like you have anything on. Now, I wouldn't say that this is medium or full coverage at all. I don't think, even this is buildable, but it's not gonna give you even a medium coverage look. It's gonna give you a very sheer, natural looking look. It's very fresh, it's very dewy. It just looks like your skin, but better. With this Water Fresh tint, it almost acts more like skincare than it does makeup. It's like the best of both worlds. The thing I love about this Water Fresh tint is for those days where you don't really want to put on any makeup, but you still want to look very glowy and radiant, this is going to give you that, and it's really not going to cover your skin. It's just going to blend in more with your skin and just give you more of an even tone. It doesn't act like foundation at all. It's just its own thing, which I really enjoy. I do see myself repurchasing another bottle of this. I think it was definitely worth it, and I recommend this to you guys full on. The only downside with this Water Fresh tint is not the product itself, moreover the shade range. They don't have a nice shade range, and that is very disappointing. So next up is concealer, and this concealer I have is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I love this concealer. It is so beautiful on the skin, and this is more like an everyday concealer. The consistency is very beautiful. It looks like skin once you put it on, and it just sits very nicely. This isn't very heavy. This is more for like those natural makeup, no makeup looks. So if you're looking for something more full coverage, this is not going to be it. But if you want something that you can wear every day and look very natural with your makeup, this is definitely going to do it for you. This concealer has a great formula because it kind of acts like skincare as well. It's very hydrating to the skin. It doesn't dry you out, which is great. And I just really love the way that this sits on the skin. It's very beautiful. For me, I use 2 shades with this. I like to go with a lighter shade and then a darker. This is just a really wonderful product. And if you haven't tried Charlotte Tilbury's concealer, I definitely recommend. This is great stuff. So next up is setting powder, and I found a really good one, and this is the Givenchy Prism setting powder. This stuff is amazing, and I have been on the search for a great setting powder for a long time, and I finally found it, you guys. This stuff is like a filter on your face when you put it on, like dead serious. This is so gorgeous. The powder is just so finely milled, and it just sits so gorgeous on the skin. One thing that really drew me in about this product is that it has like, it's a prism powder. So like there's 4 different shades within the powder or within the container. So there's 2 light shades and then 2, like a neutral shade and then a deep shade. So for me, I got the 5th powder shade. This is like perfect for my skin tone. It sits so nicely. The only thing about it that I don't really like is that I wish they kind of put like a divider in between here. Like, I don't want to spill it too much, but you guys can see that. Like, there's no divider in between. So when you do tilt it over to get the powder out, everything blends together. And it still looks nice, but like sometimes when you want to do like an individual shade, you're gonna have a hard time getting just that individual shade itself. All the powders are gonna blend together, but it still looks beautiful on the skin, guys. So I wanna show you guys how this looks so you guys can see in real time what this looks like on the skin. My skin isn't really that oily right now, so I think you'll still see a difference because this powder is just so good. So it does come with a little blotter. I don't really love using the blotter like after I'm done with my makeup. I rather just use it beforehand because I think it sets the makeup kind of weird if you use it afterwards. I like using a brush once I'm done applying my base to put the powder on, and then I knock off the excess. So just to go in under my eye. Like, this powder is just so beautiful. It sits so nicely. And you get good coverage. Like, look at that. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. So you can kind of see it, like over here looks more blurred. Over here you can kind of see a little, it looks different to me. Like, over here just looks more blurred. It's just a beautiful finish. Now I just want to go in with more of it. So when I first got this powder, I actually started off with the travel size to see what it will look like on my skin and if I would like it. This powder is actually pretty expensive. It was like $60 for the big one, and the little one I think was either 25 or 30. So I was definitely gonna get the small one because I didn't know how I would like it, and I ended up really loving it. Like, this is my go-to powder now. It's so pretty, and I just love that filter look that it gives to the skin. It doesn't make you look fake or anything. It just really makes your makeup sit so harmoniously. Like, look at that. It's really good. And it sits well for a good amount of hours throughout the day. Like, it's not gonna move. You don't really have to touch up too much. The only thing is maybe if you have oily skin, you may have to touch up a little bit more. But compared to other powders, I don't have to touch up as much as with this powder. Like, this powder is bomb. Like, this is now my official setting powder. So next up I have blush, and I have two blush products. So the first one is gonna be the Pat McGrath. This one is the Glow Color Balm, and this is Forbidden Fleur. Now, this is one of her deepest shades within this collection. It gives off like this berry tint. It's so beautiful. It's very deep and rich, and the way this just sits on the skin is gorgeous. If you have deeper skin tone, if you're a woman of color, this is gonna be a perfect shade for you. Don't be freaked out by how dark it is. It sits beautifully on the skin, and it has pretty good wear time. Like, this doesn't fade. It sits on your skin so nicely. And if you want something that's gonna give you a radiant glow, these blush bombs are gonna be it. They're so good, and I really wanna add some more within my collection. I saw that she came out with another release. I'm like, oh, there are two that I want. So the second blush I have is from Chanel. So this is like a 2-in-1. So this is Berry Boost. It's a lip and cheek balm. This is what they call it, lip and cheek balm by Chanel. This is Berry Boost. The color is gorgeous. It looks quite red on camera, but in person, it's more of like a berry tone. It's like maybe like a cherry color. That's the tone, that's the shade it is in person. And this stuff is so good, guys. Like, it's solid. It has a really nice consistency. It's quite hydrating to the skin, and it just gives you this really beautiful, radiant glow. It's just so gorgeous, guys. These two are quite similar, but I don't know. I can't say I have a fave out of the two. They both work so nicely on the skin. I will say the Chanel one is a bit more thicker than the Pat McGrath. With the Chanel Cheek and Lip Balm, I love that it's a 2-in-1 product that you can either use on your lips or your cheek, and it's going to give you that beautiful, radiant, effortless glow. You can also use the Pat McGrath product as that too. It doesn't really advertise as that, but you definitely can use it on your cheeks and your lips. For me, I like to find multiple ways to use my makeup products. I feel like I get more bang out of my buck when I do that, so I'm always looking for more ways to use them than one, and that is what I love. So Yeah, these two blushes are some of my favorite products and I really enjoy them and I think they are worth the money. Now we have bronzer. Guys, I am obsessed with bronzer. I love a good bronze face. I go for a bronze look almost every day. I love looking sun-kissed and just radiant, and bronzer is always gonna do that for you. So my favorite is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is the airbrush bronzer in 4 Deep. This is gorgeous and I love this product. I use this almost every time when I wear makeup and look at it. Like, it looks like I barely put a dent in it, but I use it a lot. This stuff is so pretty on the skin. It looks so natural, so effortless, and it just gives you that radiant glow. And the nice thing with this bronzer, you're gonna have it for a while before you replace it, because I've had this probably for a year now, and I'm probably nowhere near done using this. Like, this stuff is so good and so pretty. So next we're gonna get into the eye makeup, and I'm somebody who loves to give a good cat eye. So eyeliner is gonna be essential in my makeup kit, and I'm always on the hunt for a good eyeliner. And I feel like I found a good brand that gives a solid eyeliner. I feel like I came across a great brand that gives a really solid eyeliner pencil. So this is gonna be the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. These eyeliners are amazing. They're very sleek. They look really good and they're highly pigmented. So I have this in 2 colors. So this is gonna be, I believe this is jet black. I've had this for so long, like the words just kind of disappeared on this, but this is black. And then for this one, this is Mad Max Brown. These eyeliners are amazing. I love the way they sit on the skin. I love the tip of the liner. It's very fine and gives you like a really precise cat eye. It's just so gorgeous. And like I said, the color is highly saturated. These are really good products. So if you're looking for a good eyeliner, Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner is amazing. Next I have mascara, and I am a mascara girl. I love a good mascara, and I feel like I always go through new mascaras to just find the best ones. And right now my favorite mascara is this one that I got from Chanel. So this is going to be the Noir Allure 10 Noir. This mascara is so beautiful. I love the way it just curls, lifts, and lengthens my lashes. It gives me like this really 3D doll-like effect, and I just really love that about this mascara. I'm almost done with this mascara actually. I really enjoyed it. I think I would repurchase this. For me, I like to go through different mascaras and try like a variety of them. There'll be some times where I'll stick with one for a while because I really enjoy it. This is actually my 2nd bottle, but I think once I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on to another one. The one I'm eyeing right now is the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's the Pillow Talk. I think it's the Pillow Talk mascara. I got a sample of that. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. But for right now, I want to finish this one because I really love this. Eventually it'll get back in my rotation, but for right now, I do recommend this one if you want to try a really nice mascara. That's gonna give you a really cute baby doll lifted curled look. So next up I have some lip products. I'm gonna start with an OG because this one is like a banger. This one is MAC's lip liner, and if you know, you know, this is Chestnut. Guys, this lip liner is legendary for a reason. It is so good. This lip liner glides on your lips like no other. This is my go-to. I've used other lip liners, but they don't compare to this one. I will always have this one in my collection. I think this is my go-to lip liner for sure now. This was always the lip liner that I used when I first got into lip liner, but once I finished it, I decided to buy 2 other lip liners, like 2 little cheap ones, because I thought, okay, lip liner is just lip liner and this one is so expensive. But then I decided to buy this again and I saw the difference. I'm like, okay, I see why I love the Chestnut lip liner. This is so satiny smooth. It just glides along your lips. There's no tugging, there's no pulling. It sits so beautifully. It's very pigmented and I just love this lip liner. So after lip liner comes a lip gloss, and this is actually in her old packaging. I actually like the old packaging more than the new one, but whatever. This is a gorgeous nude lip gloss. I just love this lip gloss and I've been using it down. I reach for it all the time. Like, this is something that's always in my purse. It doesn't get sticky. It doesn't start to peel. It just sits really nicely on the lips. I don't know if she changed the formula because, like I said, this is the old packaging, so I've had this for quite a while. I do plan to get another one once this is finished, so we'll see if the formula is still the same. But I love this. This is one of my favorites, and I think it pairs so nicely with chestnut. That's actually my lip combo today. Chestnut on the lip liner, and then like in the center. And then I have a second lip gloss that I want to show you guys. And this one, this is like #1 out of all the lip glosses that I've ever tried. I put this even above Fenty, and Fenty has some good lip glosses. So this is a Pat McGrath Lab lip gloss. Her lip glosses are amazing. They perform way better than any other lip gloss I have tried on the market. I always talk about Pat McGrath, but I'm giving her flowers for a reason, because she really does have good makeup products. And the lip gloss, this is #1. If you haven't tried any of Pat McGrath's items, because of the price range, I definitely recommend, if you want something as your intro to it, get the lip gloss. The lip gloss is amazing. This is gonna be the perfect nude for my dark skinned girls. Like this right here is legendary. This is Flesh 4. Like, look at this. It's not like your pinky nude, no. This is like your rich red, deep chocolate brown nude. It sits so beautifully, guys. If I didn't have on a lippy right now, I would show you guys this, but this is so gorgeous. It just gives your lips like this plump, kissable look. You don't even really need a lip liner when it comes to these lip glosses by Pat McGrath. They are so good. They keep your lips hydrated all day long. They're so nicely saturated. It's amazing. I highly recommend Flesh 4. This is my go-to. When I'm not wearing like, I'm wearing Flesh 4. All right, then let's go back over to eyes, because I really want to talk about eyeshadow. So my favorite eyeshadow palettes are definitely gonna be Pat McGrath, of course. She is the eyeshadow queen. When I tell you, her eyeshadows are so pigmented, like the formulation of them, amazing. So I actually am wearing some colors from this palette today. Is it this palette? No, wrong palette, guys. So I'm actually wearing some colors from this palette today, and this was like her summer palette of last year. The light is a little too bright for this, but you can kind of see what these shades are like. They're so beautiful and pigmented. They're so richly pigmented. Today I kept it quite matte and simple. I didn't go for the shimmers. I kind of wanted to, but I kind of leaned more over to the mattes. But guys, the shimmers, oh my gosh, these are like, these are next level. They're so gorgeous. If you're somebody who loves eyeshadow and you want to get into like really good eyeshadow palettes, I definitely recommend saving up for a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. Like these are actually worth the money. And sometimes she has, if you sign up for her email listings, you can definitely find some eyeshadow palettes on sale. So I definitely recommend signing up. Guys, this is not a sponsored video. I pay for all my products, but like I really enjoy these, and I'm here to share the good products with you guys. And I want to show you another one. So this one, I don't think she has this on her website anymore. Sometimes she'll do like a release of like her stuff that she has in a vault. But this one is so amazing. Like, look at how many colors are in here. So I do recommend, if you do find yourself on the website and you see like a palette like this, like her colorful palettes, I definitely recommend them, because there's so many colors in here and you get more bang for your buck. And they're just as shimmery as her like luxe palettes, her more luxe palettes. And then to finish this off, setting spray. Here for the win, Charlotte Tilbury. This stuff is amazing. So if you're looking for a setting spray that's gonna keep your skin looking very dewy, fresh, and radiant, and keep that makeup in place looking snatched, the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray is gonna be it. So guys, that is it for my favorite makeup products. I hope you guys enjoyed and found some products that you'll like too. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.